Good morning, YouTube. It's Scott and Cher with Dunnage Garage. In this week's video, we're going to be looking at gift ideas for the Overlander in your life.
And we have a budget of $50 or less per gift, so stay tuned. Thanks for sticking around. Yes, you heard that right. We are sticking to a budget of $50 or less, and that includes the ability to even mix and match a few items and still stay in that budget. So let's get started.
The first item on our list is the Bru Trek Double Shot Travel Press. This came in at $42 a couple years ago at the Overland Expo Mountain West in Colorado. And I got it for you, so what are your thoughts on it?
I love it. First of all, the traditional French press is glass and it doesn't keep your coffee warm for very long. So that by the time it's brewed and poured into my coffee mug, I have cold coffee, or at least lukewarm. So now my coffee is hot when I pour it. I also travel a lot for work, and coffee can be a mess when you're traveling in hotels. You never know what you're going to get. You never know how good the coffee is going to be. And unlike my husband here, I am a coffee snob. So now I can bring my press with me, my coffee grounds with me, and I am good to go.
Now you take your coffee grounds with you. Isn't there a place in the bottom of that one?
There is a spot in the bottom to hold your grounds in. Now generally I will actually grind my coffee beans right before, but I don't want to drag the grinder with me as well, so I will grind them up before my trip, put them in the bottom of the press, and I should be good to go. If I need extra, I'll bring extra, but usually I'm only gone a day or two.
Awesome.
I know, babe, that you don't love coffee. So let's talk about something that you do always ask for Christmas: the blue shop towels.
I do love my shop towels, and it seems like I'm always out of them. They're $3 a roll, and it's a great gift from kids too, because it doesn't break their piggy banks and it makes them feel like they're actually giving a good quality gift. They do not create lint, they are extra strong, and they are just amazing in the garage, and I really enjoy using them. And that's why I always want them. I've recently been using Dude Wipes though, and they're a moist towelette that are used while overlanding, almost like a bath or a shower. But I also use them in the garage for keeping my hands clean when I'm working in greasy parts and stuff. Sample packs of those run generally about $2 each. How's that coffee?
Yeah, it's great. I love this coffee. This is Logic Overland. I was introduced to it at Big Iron, and it was created by a couple of guys who on their camping trips started just making up stories about comic characters and decided to turn that into a coffee company. So they worked really hard with their brewer to make sure each of their characters has a specific flavor that fits their personalities. Today I am drinking Campfire Kenny, and this one is really modeled off of one of America's favorite sweet treats, and that would be the cinnamon roll. There are a lot of other flavors to choose from, and tea as well. I've noticed you've used this next item a lot on our trips to Moab and Colorado, so tell us a little bit about it.
I do get a lot of use out of this next item, and it's the FunTreks books. They run about $40, and they are turn-by-turn directions for most of the trails in a certain region. So if you're going to northern Colorado, you get the northern Colorado book, or if you're going to Moab, you pick up the Moab book. Now, the way it works is it gives a description of the trail and an odometer reading. You set your odometer at 0, and it gives you turn-by-turn based on your odometer. I would caution you though, if you do have lifted trucks or off-road vehicles, your odometers may not be quite as accurate. Or if you take a side trail to go to the bathroom or have lunch, it may mess up your tracking just a little bit, but a little simple math and you're back on the trail and good to go. Now, if the Overlander in your life already has these books, they do update them regularly because trails change, some get removed and some get added, and trail conditions change. So check and make sure they have the most recent update, and that might be a good gift for them. They do have a companion app to go with the book. However, I've never used it, I don't know much about it, and it does come in at $60. The next two items we're going to talk about come from our pack out kit and also Matt and Jen's pack out kit.
These are lanterns. So I got Scott the green one a couple of years ago for Christmas. They run about $15 to $20. This other one that Matt and Jen have runs about $25. It has magnets to stick to your Jeep, adjustable brightness. We can use it in the house, in the Jeep, rooftop tent, in the camper. They're great for like late night trips to the bathroom or trying to change your clothes in the dark in the camper. All right, I know the next item is something you love, so tell us a little bit about the patches.
Well, as we all know, you are not a real overlander unless you have a patch collection. Usually they run about $10 each, and we get them every place we go to as a souvenir. You can also pick them up from your favorite YouTuber and help support their channels.
Speaking of supporting YouTubers, how can the viewers help support Dunnage Garage?
That's easy. Just smash that like button, the subscribe button, and watch the videos. It's easy to do, and it's free, and we appreciate it. Speaking of help, you and Jen helped us find the next item, the DryFox towels. Why don't you tell us about those?
Absolutely. This is an item that the guys just kind of brushed over when they walked by, but as Jen and I were exploring all the different vendors at Big Iron, we stopped at this stand, and the gal that was running it is actually an artist that just wants to travel on the road. So she's created these towels from recycled plastic bottles. And while you think that wouldn't make a great towel, they're actually amazing. They're very soft. They're kind of like microfiber, but they do actually dry you. It doesn't repel the water. They also dry in 15 minutes. They're compact. They take a very little room. The towels we had before were your usual. They take a lot of space. They took their time to dry. We had a problem with the camper always being too musty because of the towels hanging up drying, and this has solved a lot of problems. They run from $12 to $48 depending on what you get. Now the $12 one is just a facial towel, but there are usually some good deals on them at the events. So definitely check out DryFox.
The next item that made our list are the micro camp stoves. I've seen these in a lot of YouTube videos, and I just never understood why they had them right next to their big full-size stoves until I started using it, and it just makes sense. Your big stoves for cooking breakfast and cooking your meals, you can pull out this little stove for boiling the water to make the wife's coffee or my hot chocolate. You can also use it on the trail to heat up some leftovers or boil water for a freeze-dried meal. Love using this. It gets used a lot more than I anticipated, and the price point starts about $10 online and goes up from there.
All right, this next one you should already have. Just find a picture from your favorite trip or of your overlanding rig. Get that print enlarged, frame it, or have it put on a canvas. It should only run about $10 to $30 depending on the size. Here is one of Matt's on canvas.
And to wrap this up, let's look at some cam jams. Now these are amazing. One of the problems I had in the camper was the webbing that would keep all the stuff in the shelves wore out and just sagged and didn't look really good. So I found these, and I cinch up the items on the shelves and keeps them from falling down. I have also used them for making the clotheslines to dry the towels and help keep things organized and clean. Absolutely love them. They come in plastic for about $5.77 a pair and can be found at most big box home repair stores. I recently found some metal ones called roller cams at Bourbon and Backwoods, an Overland store out of Omaha, and they ran for about $6 each. And that's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed the video. We hope you found it useful.
Remember to like and subscribe. Have a blessed day, and remember, life's an adventure. Go live it.
And we'll see you in the next video.
but there are also other flavors to choose from. Damn it. Here is one of Matt. Can't talk. Here is one of Matt's on campus.